and you're listening to Third Coast Podcast on all major streaming platforms. And we are back after a 2-week hiatus. I have been working on the spot. Go By's been on the boat, so I've been trying to take it slow and get that ready for Fête the Void coming up. So make sure y'all go out and buy tickets at www.fetthevoid.com. And we are back, and I'm joined today with the one, the only, Mr. Lumas Guidry.
What's happening, bro? How y'all doing out there? It's always funny you ask that question.
What?
Like you
Which
ask
question?
that. No, you just ask that question. How y'all doing? Or just speaking, but that's like a Southern thing, right?
I guess, yeah.
Because I know when I'm in other places, I speak and greet people, and a lot of times the response is like,
Yeah.
"What's wrong with you?
Why do you care about me for?
Yeah, what you trying to get at?" But has our world really come to that?
I would say in a lot of areas it's like that.
Yeah.
I like to not be that type of person, though.
Yeah,
I guess you would say.
yeah,
Try to be a generally nice person to everybody I meet, because you never know what someone's going through.
right.
Crazy times
Yeah,
we live
man.
in. Interesting times, too. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of cool stuff coming up for the show. Kobai will be back. We'll be traveling to West Monroe, Arkansas area to help Mitch out. Mitch Lang, big shout out to y'all. Kyle, Richardson, Zane, all y'all motherfuckers. Love y'all. But I'm going to dive right into it. Me and Lumas had recorded this show about a month or so back, and the P4 crapped out on us, and we didn't get none of the audio for some reason, just 5 minutes. So we're back at it, and it's kind of weird, though, that I'm going to be asking you some of the same questions that I asked you a while back, but I want to dive right into it. So Lumas is a local entrepreneur right here in Oakdale, Louisiana, and
Yes.
his trade and profession is a barber.
Yes. Yeah, I cut a little hair, man. You know, get to enjoy expressing my art.
So being an entrepreneur right here in Oakdale,
That's a tongue tie. Huh?
yeah, it's getting me. I'm going to have to divvy away from that word, but is that a challenge to get out there? Because, we're in a community of like 7,000, 8,000 people.
Yeah, man. Being in a rural area, it is somewhat challenging at times, but with social media, man, you can reach out to wherever you want to reach out, and it just depends on what you can handle right now. You know, you would like to think that you want to have 300 clients until you actually have 50 clients that are consistent. Then your legs and your back and your elbows and stuff start to hurt. So
what's a good day? Say, like, what's a good day for you? How many heads would you say you would cut in, like, a good average day?
well, on average, I would do maybe 4 to 5 on it, but it's hard to say because everything moves in seasons.
Yeah.
And so, like, just logically thinking, most children don't hardly get haircuts during the summer.
Yeah.
Why? Who do we have to be presentable for? You
Exactly.
know? So, as well as the people that are going to make appointments, they're going to come see you in between 2 to 3 weeks, somewhere within that area. So you may go days where nobody shows up or nobody has an appointment. But then there may be another day to where you have 10 appointments today. So it's go and come. But the thing that really I enjoy the most is walk-ins. So, like, just somebody randomly popped up. Oh, I needed a haircut. I know the shop was open. Because then you get to make new clients.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And with the financial side, do you prefer cash or?
You always prefer cash. But, cash out. I personally prefer cash for the simple fact of um, is an immediate transaction. There's no
middleman.
Yeah, there's no in between there. But if you have to pay another way, that's also acceptable.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So how long have you been cutting hair for?
I've been cutting hair since 2011, but I've actually been cutting other people's hair since maybe 5-6 years now. Just consistently cutting other people's hair, maybe about 5-6 years. I've been in the barbershop 2 years now.
All right.
Yeah, I went to a barber school 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
How long did that take? A year?
A year, yeah. Because I've been in the barbershop 2 years, so yeah. Yeah, it's a year of barber college, or you can do 2 years of apprenticeship. And as an apprentice, you work under a certified, a licensed barber, and working underneath that licensed barber, you learn throughout the time as well as take your class and bookwork stuff. And at the end of the 2 years, you're up and finishing your bookwork, you can go and take your license exam.
Oh, that's cool. So you can still work and make some money at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
You also have booth rent to pay, though. So.
Oh.
Yeah, so you actually have to be able to promote yourself as well as understand it's under a condition. But,
So when you were going for barber school, did you dibble in some business stuff so you would know the financial side plus the actual barbering?
Yeah, the thing that I aimed to do while I was in barber school is I done a whole lot of house calls, but just being able to meet people, talk to people, and promote myself person to person. Because word of mouth is always the best advertisement. Because if someone is speaking on you, they're speaking on you highly.
Yeah.
You can edit and doctor photos and videos to make them look however you want them to look. But at the end of the day, word of mouth. If someone's really satisfied with your service, not just a haircut, but a service, they're going to get more people to come to you. They're coming to get exactly what they were told about.
You said it as a service because it's not only the element of cutting hair, it's also the engagement of the people too while you're cutting hair that helps, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Barbers are almost like therapists at times. Sometimes you have to know when to talk. Sometimes you have to know when to just listen. There's a lot of people that come and sit in the chair and get a haircut just to release some things, speak their mind, get it out there because they don't have a good outlet at home or they feel comfortable with you giving you that. So, that cheating on your barber thing is kind of real because, we create real relationships over time. And so it's not even always about how the haircut looks. Because sometimes people have questionable haircuts and they're perfectly happy because they're happy with their barber. They're not going to go anywhere else. So even if they don't like it, oh, well, it'll grow back. We'll try again next week. you know? So, but you try to, as a barber, you owe them the respect of constantly trying to increase your craft so you can give them a better service.
Yeah.
My goal is to give you a better service every time you come in. So the last time was good. I want the next time to be even better. And, even if I fell short, I still fall short damn good. So I give you something great. Looking for my drink. I ain't got thirsty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a little warm. this wonderful Louisiana weather we got going on as usual.
Oh yeah.
That's what one of the biggest things about the spot we're working on is I'm gonna put a 110 unit in there, so and it's gonna be far enough away in the corner in that room so it won't bother the mics for the noise, so it won't have to deal with this fucking heat no more.
Yeah. How is it coming? I seen the pictures.
Oh, it's been a lot of work. We got to put a roof on, patch the ceiling, and then actually I bought some stuff that didn't work, so I'm gonna go with like painting. So I'm waiting for Gingivitis to come help me with that. He should be back next week sometime.
Gingivitis.
Well, this week actually. And just clearing out the space around it, getting all the trash and stuff like that. It's going to be a labor of love, but it's going to be a permanent spot for us. We won't have to worry about recording in random place. You know, when it's just like doing a show in town, ain't like it's going to be in the shed or like we used to record inside in the jets or in Kobe's living room.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
so we've never really had a spot.
A set setting.
Yeah, in Oakdale, you know. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how we grow that spot. And we got a lot of cool ideas to make it even better and possibly in 3-year plan turn it into something great.
Oh, yeah.
But so with cutting hair, is there any styles that you try to avoid? You know, is there like you got a style that you're like great in? And then is there a style you have a weakness in maybe?
Well, honestly, it's all an illusion anyway. Because the hair appears to be even, but there's no such thing as straight lines. So the biggest thing is learning how to fade and blend and making things symmetrical. The more symmetrical you can make your haircut, the better it's going to be. Fading and blending is the only thing to styling a haircut that you need. Now, actual comb and shears on the top for styling longer hair, that's when a stylist comes into play. But as far as haircut wise, fade and blend. Once you learn how to fade and blend, you can pretty much cut anything.
All right. Yeah. I've seen that there's like a lot of expensive clippers out there. Do you run like some of the high dollar ones, or is there like a better eco-friendly one for the wallet that you run?
There's always a better deal out there somewhere, but essentially you get what you pay for. And so clippers are pretty expensive, but the more you invest in your equipment, the better off you'll be over the long run, because it pays for itself. If you're invested enough with your time already and put in the time, your clippers pay for themselves in the first 2 days. Sometimes the first day that you have it. So I know, for instance, I paid close to $1,800 for my barber chair.
Golly. Hold up. $1,800 for the barber chair? Mm-hmm. They're that high?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, for the quality that you're aiming for. There's always cheaper everywhere. It's always cheaper everywhere. However,
you don't want to have a fold-out chair in the middle of the...
I mean, you want to have a chair that's going to last you more than 25 years. That was my aim.
So this is like a one-time buy.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, much. If you buy quality.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to buy more because I'm going to expand. But far as to like a sturdy, consistent chair, the worst case scenario happens, this chair is upholding itself.
So now, this might be a weird question. Is there a weight limit on the chair?
It depends on the chair that you get, but mine can hold some weight.
Okay. I was just wondering. I thought about it. It can hold
some weight. I didn't pay attention to the actual specs, so I don't want to lie. But it can hold some weight. I've had some people in there. But you know, I really enjoy it. It's something personal, but friendly all at the same time. know.
Shit, yeah. So I know me and you have talked about it before, but you're not just stopping at just being a barber. You want to go up to the next level, right? Eventually.
Yeah, so my ultimate goal is to do a barber school, barber college, and that way it would offer the opportunity for other kids if they want to leave high school and become a barber. Why waste money on college? You know, you can take college classes to learn certain things or get a degree later on, but if you know what you want for your career, go for it, and we can make that available for you, as well as help boost and bring more money to this economy because now if there's more barbers around, they're going to be reaching out to other barbers
Yeah.
because you can also bring one apprentice under your license. So they're going to be trying to get in other barbershops and go in different places, and they expand from there, but they remember where they come from. So it's going to bring more people in, bringing more housing, bringing more job opportunities.
Yeah, again, people in the service industry is important too, because we need, not everybody can be a doctor or a lawyer. You need
Exactly.
plumbers, you need barbers, you need electricians, and I think that they don't push that enough, like trade stuff.
Yeah.
And you make good money doing it too. It ain't like, I don't know, a lot of people don't. If you don't go to 4-year college, then they put that in the mindset and kids when actually you can go to trade school for 2 years and have you a job and making money and
Exactly. Practical free thinkers.
Yep.
But, that's not where we're educated to be.
Speaking of that, those boxes of food they've been giving out around here to help feed the kids during the summer and stuff. So the name on the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Forcom, right? That's a food distributor for the local prisons in Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what we need to do? Get them used to the commissary. You know what? I'm just saying that's all stuff that's probably in the commissary in prison,
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Maybe that's just me thinking, but maybe I'm just, paranoid about the government and their ways.
But let's just be honest. If you look at a school and you look at a prison, is there much difference?
Nope.
Cafeteria is essentially the same.
You get rec for 1 hour a day, PE. And if you get lucky enough, you get
your lunch break, recess.
It'd be like the Coliseum. You play sports for the school, just like inmates do the rodeos and stuff down in Angola.
A couple special privileges.
Yep.
You get to leave early. Yeah. Yeah.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
Yeah, it gets deep and dark.
And if you ain't checked this out yet, check out Thurko's podcast on 5000ws.thurkospodcast.com on all major streaming platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and we are in Oakdale, Louisiana. So is there ever been any horror stories like a rude customer that didn't like their haircut, or a mom that didn't want a certain type of style, but that's what the child wanted, or anything down them lines?
I think the worst experience is actually a kid. And this kid, it wasn't really his fault because he didn't want a haircut from the jump, but the parents wanted a haircut. So he's younger, and you can't really be mean. I can't be mean to kids.
Yeah.
When they come in. At worst, I have to, just tell them I can't cut their hair. But they convinced me to get started on them. So it started out good, but they wanted to keep it long. And to style the hair, I couldn't afford to do it. I couldn't do it because how unstill he would be. Yeah, so he ended up getting a product that I wasn't happy with. So that
So
was
he's just bouncing around and shit, or just upset because he was getting his hair cut.
yeah. He was so upset. He was screaming, sliding down the chair. Oh, I ain't hit the table, but sliding down the chair, and flailing, throwing stuff. It took about an hour and a half before enough was enough. He wasn't stopping. So
Damn, you fought for an hour?
yeah, I mean,
Did they tip
I
you?
started on it. So no, I really didn't even want compensation because I was unhappy with the haircut. So it was like, man, hey, I apologize, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Oh, so you just let it be?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they still paid me, but they pretty much had to fight me to take the money. But yeah, that was a horror story. That was a horrible time because I was unhappy with myself. I couldn't. It overcame me. I failed. So
what's one of the best moments of cutting hair that you've had?
That's hard to say because I really enjoy every day that I go up there. It's a hobby to me, and I just so happen to make money off of it. So every time I'm in there, I'm having fun. But one of the best moments is probably kids, man, when you been watching a kid grow up from 5, 6, 7 years old to now he's a teenager, or and when they grow up, they come back and they appreciate and remember certain things that you said or did that half of the time you don't remember, but it impacted their life for the better. So having those moments are the best moments, as well as them still trusting from their relationship they built, you cutting their hair all that time, that they come and talk to you about real life stuff, and you can help guide them through life from the lessons you've learned.
That's what it's about, though.
Yeah.
That's cool that you have that element with inside, cutting hair that a lot of people wouldn't even think about.
Yeah.
That just be a good outlet for somebody. Even, like, I know when I go up there, we talk sports, and a lot of people talk sports,
Yeah.
Like a level-headed talk sports. Not like, okay, I like the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are the only sports team out there, and if they're not doing good, then I don't care about everybody else. I like how we can conversate, even if the Saints are doing bad, be like, hey, you seen what the 49ers did? Or did you see, I don't know, Lamar Jackson spin off 5 people and throw it fucking 70-yard dime in the end zone?
Yeah.
It just,
a whole lot of magical moments. Yeah, man, that being narrow-minded stuff, I just aim to not be narrow-minded in life, period. Because there's always multiple perspectives. And to be narrow on my only perspective would assume that I know everything. And there's no way possible. Just being a realist with yourself. There's no way possible to know everything.
Yeah. And then once you start knowing stuff and you start questioning everything,
then the rabbit hole gets deep.
Yeah, get real deep. You start looking at the Antarctica and ice walls.
And how the fact that there's multiple continents outside the ice walls.
Yep.
And then there's more than one ice wall, and it's just multiple circles out. The planet not being shaped the same way they say it's shaped.
It's a lot big, and that's one of the biggest things too. Is like we can't explore the depths of the ocean, but we're all the way out in the outer space and in probes billions of miles away, but we can't get to the bottom of the ocean. Has always baffled me. But there's rich people with mega yachts and shit, and there's starving people all around the world. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I believe there's a purpose behind why we can't get to the bottom of the ocean, why you can't get to outer space, really, why you can't go beyond the skies, ice wall. There's a purpose behind it.
the Matrix? Or we live in a dome.
This is our dimension. This is the place where we're supposed to be. There's other things that live. They're supposed to be in a designated area.
Is that like the thing where we see in 3D, but there's also like 4 and 5 dimension?
How
you can
selfish of us as human beings is it to believe that we're the pinnacle of existence? Outside of animals, there's nothing else that exists but us. That's not even logical.
Yeah.
And so the fact that we're uneducated on it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So, I mean, there's multiple worlds and dimensions that's going on simultaneously with us. Why would you want to just believe, hey, I need to just worry about this one, focus on this? There's nothing else. Don't be so foolish.
I wonder if in the multiverse is there another podcast where we're famous.
And I'm actually curious on the whole aspect of not necessarily what dictates what dimension and where you are. I mean, I have my personal beliefs, but beliefs are beliefs. I want to know, so after this dimension, what's next? What dictates
how you get to the next
dimension? What dictates whether we're supposed to be able to travel dimension to dimension right now? Because there's a lot of things that we haven't been taught. There's a lot of things that have been hidden. So at what point do we know what perspective we're supposed to look at?
Well, that's a question is how much do you think they have hid from us?
If they didn't tell us that the earth is not a spinning ball,
it's limitless then.
Endless.
I feel
Endless. That. I mean, just thinking about all the different creatures that's popping up out of nowhere. Like species that we haven't seen before.
And actually some species coming back from extinction that they didn't think would happen.
How do we explain that? Because that's not what they called it, that we grew from monkeys. That's not evolution. That's not evolution. So what is that?
Have you ever heard the stone ape theory? Where they believe that primates ate magic mushrooms as they were traveling across like continents and stuff, and that's what developed our brains, is the psychedelics inside of.
And then they make them illegal.
Yeah. Well, if you go down to the gas station, they got the gummy versions now of
that's
psilocybin mushroom gummies or something.
That's all genetically modified.
Oh yeah,
Play
definitely.
With that if you like.
You'd be killing your insides. That's just like all the different like THC gummies and stuff like that. I don't mess with none of that.
But for instance, like the fact that if I was to tell you there's metal in our food, you would look at me crazy. However, there's metals that are small enough to where it can be in our food and we would never know it.
Microplastics too now. Yep, they're finding it in traces of meats and stuff.
So if there's metal that's able to be that small and undetected, who's to say that it's not nanobites?
True. We in the wormhole for real.
And we all move off of radio frequencies.
So what you're saying is...
I mean, the rabbit hole gets deep and dark, bro. So what I'm saying is we need to have our beliefs and our principles and be able to stand on them, because your faith is about to be tested.
Especially with all the craziness that's going on in the world right now. Oh,
Wasp attack. Yeah, that's right.
bitch.
Yep. Take all that.
Hold up. Oh, my bad. No,
I'm with you.
camera's gonna see that. I've been watching them fly around, but that one flew too close.
Yeah, I'm with you,
I'm
bro.
putting my life on the line for the podcast
Oh
this
yeah,
afternoon,
I'm with you when
guys.
you're right.
Just to let everybody know, I'm highly allergic to red walrus. I don't think that was a red walrus. It looked more like a dirt dauber, but
He deserved to die, and I hope he. No,
there's billions and billions of insects in the world, so they'll be fine with one less wasp.
Yeah. But see, like even with that, he's trying to come back to life.
That motherfucker's super strong.
Yeah, he's different. He got the will to live.
See that? Die, bitch.
But energy, right, never dies.
Yeah, it's just repurposed, right? Or it finds a way.
The frequency has changed.
Ah,
Low enough frequency is undetectable to us in our world, but who's to say in the next dimension that's not their frequency?
no, that's true.
So I have a theory, right?
All right, go ahead.
A
Shoot.
theory on heaven and hell, right?
Ooh,
Heaven and hell is dictated off of your frequency, right? So we think of the fire and brimstone stories and all the things that the Bible, they have told us that's in the Bible.
like the different levels of hell. And
Yeah,
shit.
because they told us that's in the Bible, but me reading for myself, I hadn't found half of the stuff they told me. But even still, right? Okay. Wouldn't it be hell for you to live in a world, can't die, right? But it's a world of darkness. Your eyes can't see the way everybody else's eyes see. So essentially now you're blind in that galaxy. But in that galaxy, in that world, in that dimension, they despise those who are blind. So they torture and torment them. Would that not be hell?
Yeah.
So now you think about your worst fears and drives. And if you can't complete this lifespan in a manner, you manifest up your hell. And you go into that dimension that your very worst fears
are alive in effect.
Are alive in effect, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you can't die to leave.
All right. So then what's your idea on heaven then?
The idea on heaven is the complete opposite. All right? Everything that you imagined and ambitioned for was put in you for a purpose and for a reason. And so now, right, that you've embraced that and you've showed yourself worthy of that, you reap the benefits of all your passions.
All right.
To live in harmony. Because now your brain is awakened to everything that you need to know in order to, and now you can rule over multiple dimensions. You can move across multiple dimensions doing your purpose.
Then how do you feel we get stuck in this dimension, though? Because is there a dimension before our actual existence into it? Because, you know, like the birth of life, when you come into the world, right? Supposedly you see a bright light and then you're a baby and you forget everything. Do you think there was a dimension before that?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. This is our life suit trial run. We are the chosen people. We are God's people. The God being the dictating purpose that decides where we go. He brought us here to run this trial run to prove our worthiness on whether ready to rule or torment. But it's totally our choice. You're going to have the tools and all the access to all the things that you need. Not the things you want, but the things you need in order to complete this assignment properly. But it's on you. It's your choice. And I'm here to be an open book whenever you want.
I feel that. That's deep. That's super deep.
That's my theory, though. You know.
I don't know if I have a real theory that deep. I don't know.
I mean, that
The unknown is one of the biggest questions, though. You won't know until you go find out for yourself.
exactly.
But don't go do Kurt Cobain stuff, though.
Yeah. Go bang. That's crazy.
Man, you know, you sent me that video. Was that yesterday or the day before about Mike Tyson and Vander
Yeah.
Holyfield fight? I
Yeah,
didn't
bro.
realize that he was fucking doing all that shit to him in the fight.
I didn't watch the fight personally. And although I've seen clips, I've never went back and just watched the full fight to even know that.
Yeah,
But I don't understand why they never made that noticeable.
yeah. Why they didn't put it out there? They made it one sided. But was that before he went to prison or after he went to prison?
That was before. That was actually
Maybe they're just trying to paint a picture of him like being a bad guy. That's all that was.
Exactly.
Yeah, because old dude headbutted him like fucking 4 times in the face
And low blowed him throughout the fight.
and never got called. He should have been disqualified after the third one?
Third one is supposed to be is over. Yeah. And he was complaining to the ref,
Yeah.
right? But then that's when the conspiracy side of me started saying, well, hold on. And that was one of the greatest falls of his career.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't want him to stay on top.
Yep.
Somebody that had the choice, that had enough power to where the refs don't make calls.
And as a Saints fan, I know they don't make calls.
And for him to know that he got the green light to do it. Because if you're getting away with it, that's one thing. But if you know that you can get away with it,
You think they had the fight rigged pretty much from the beginning?
I mean, his fights were selling, but they couldn't make the money that they wanted to make because it wasn't lasting long.
Yeah, he was fighting he fought like 9-10 times in 1 year too?
Yeah.
Now what, fighters fight every 6 fucking months or some shit like that?
I don't know, but hats off to him because I can't make a recreation of getting hit in the face.
No, I'm good with that. Big shout out to David Bosnick and Darian Hayes, aka Champions out there, out of Alexandria. Y'all make sure to buy
Tip
tickets
to
and go
y'all.
check that shit out because that's intense.
Yeah.
I would never do that. I can't. I'm too old for that shit. I'm sweating now in the fucking shed. Put me in the octagon with somebody.
Hey, you don't realize how long 2 minutes, 3 minutes are
Until you...
until you realize how long
Oh,
it
no,
is.
I used to scrap back in the day. Got knocked out a few times. I know how long 2-3 minutes go. I know how the ground feels, too. Oh,
Yeah. Fight for your life.
that's crazy, too, is because when we were growing up, that was normal. You know, it was like you fight 3 times, then they expel you. Now it's
Exactly.
like you fight 1 time, you in Allen Parish Court
You're
system.
an inmate.
Yep. No release. That's why I gotta get them kids active, make them do stuff. I've been getting the boys to move wood and shit out there at the spot, putting their ass to work.
Yeah. That's
But
good.
it's good though for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Get off the game, get some nature inside their body.
Get a little work ethic because it's necessary to have.
Yep.
Because when you hit this life thing, you're going to need some drive.
Yeah. Because it will beat you down.
And don't give a damn.
That's 100%. Really don't. So, Loomis, give the listeners your spot and the number they can contact you while they can get the best haircut in Central Louisiana.
Well, my spot isn't working, but I'm currently at 225 East 5th Avenue, Oakdale, Louisiana, Suite 3. And you can call me at 318-491-0791 and make an appointment, and we'll work it out. We get it together. Or you could DM me on Facebook, Instagram. I don't use TikTok as much, but you know,
TikTok's for the conspiracies.
Yeah, TikTok is for my recreation. But yeah, man. And my biggest goal is clients, right? I want to have clients because then I can consistently schedule out. Because I'm very active with those kids, so you know I do a lot of coaching and a lot of
football
running
coming up, right?
Yes.
And you and Trinity do the football together, right? Is it y'all do flag and tackle, right?
They do all ages from 5 to 12.
5 to 12?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, 5 to 12. War dog football.
War dog football. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think hopefully we got a good run. You got any words of wisdom or anything else you like to step into?
Sheesh. Words of wisdom. Don't sweat over the things you can't control, because they probably were going to happen anyway. Roll with the punches.
Feel that. I guess my words of wisdom is to spend as much time with your bambinos as possible, because one day they'll grow up and leave and go do their own thing, and you'll be sitting around wishing you had more time or wishing you would have played Mario Kart or, you know, Phase 10 or whatever, just spend a little time with your kids while you got them.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that wish they could do the same thing right now and can't, so.
Definitely. Time with the family is definitely most important right now, because we don't know what's happening next.
Yeah, the United States, the world is just in a big shithole all the way around.
Yeah.
But guys, stay positive and control what you can control. If you can have a good day, sometimes you can look at the world and not be fixated on that. Just be fixated on what you can take care of and what you can make your day better or the people around you's day better.
Exactly. Definitely.
And always try to make the day better for yourself, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You got to take a little me time, a little bit every day.
Yeah.
But, Lumas, I appreciate you coming through.
Most definitely, bro.
We're about 5 seconds away to see if this worked this time. But make sure to check us out on the YouTube, Facebook, on all streaming platforms. Make sure to check out the Sea of Madness coming out in end of October. Make sure to come to Fête de Void at the beginning of October. Krampus cleanup and gumbo cook-off in December. And stay tuned for our new studio, which will be, I don't know if we're going to introduce it at Fête when we first start doing episodes. It depends on if we get it ready or not before then. But we got a lot of cool things in the work. Appreciate you, Lumas, for coming through.
Bro. Appreciate you for having me.
And for Third Coast Podcast, I'm Joe. What it do, Gators? And we out.